Good morning and welcome to this week's issue of PrintTV, the weekly news bulletin brought to you by australianprinter.com.au, the new website of Australian Printer. If you've not checked out the website, go to australianprinter.com.au and there you'll see the news delivered to your desktop every day, and you can sign up for a daily newsletter which will go straight into your inbox. This week's news is of course brought to you on the eve of the Australian federal election, which happens tomorrow, and for printers there are many issues going on there. One of the big ones of course is the parallel import restrictions on books, which the current government, may not be the current government on Monday, but the current government is threatening to do away with, which has caused those in the book industry serious concerns. Ben Jolly, the CEO of Griffin Press, said that it could lead to the collapse of the entire Australian $2 billion book printing and publishing ecosystem. And Ben Jolly, of course, head of Griffin, which has just ordered, I think it's a $22 million deal with HP to put in a lot of digital printing equipment, move away from offset, so that they can have the advantage over their overseas competitors in providing books on demand to their customers here in Australia. And in fact, one of those customers, HarperCollins Australian Publishing Director Robin Fritchley, was with Ben Jolly at an event hosted by Nick Xenophon, and she reiterated those words, saying that the relaxation or the ending of the parallel book restrictions could be seriously bad news for the Australian print industry. So let's, whatever happens, write to your MPs, write to whoever the Secretary of State for Trade is at following the election, write to Malcolm Turnbull, and let's hope some pressure can get put on to maintain the Australian book printing industry, which is re-equipping itself to meet the challenges of the new century, but it's hard to do that when the government's trying to tie a hand behind your back. Insurance is a necessary evil, I guess, for most people. We have to have it for those once in a decade events that happen, or hopefully will never happen. But of course, the message is always check the fine print. One Australian printer reader, altered in just in the southern fringes of Sydney, recently suffered from the effects of a storm, which caused a flood to happen afterwards, which flooded out the altered print works, causing the cessation of all print because most of the equipment was wrecked. The insurer, CGU, said, "Oh, we insure storms, but we don't insure floods." And for 3 weeks, Altered Images, Ted Rixon's company, was looking like it was curtains because they couldn't afford to re-equip the whole place. Anyway, eventually, massive media pressure, the pressure from the local MP, pressure from local businesses, forced the insurer CGU into a backflip and forced them to admit that yes, the flood was caused by the storm, so therefore they were liable to pay out. But always check the small print, make sure you're fully insured, and make sure you talk to your broker about what that actually means. And Ted Rixon and the rest of them down there, all the best as you get your business back up and running again. Drupa finished just not even 2 weeks ago, and of course there's been plenty happening since then. One of the stories is that the first massive hit 3D, it's called additive manufacturing, or 3D printing is the marketing term, additive manufacturing units. The first one has been sold into Australia. It was actually bought at Drupa by Composite Images, which is a leading sign, display and POP printer and producer here in Sydney. They bought the mass of it. The managing director Bruce Scott said he wanted to push the boundaries, offer more to his customers, so he snapped it up there and then. So good luck with that buy, and we hope it all works out for you. 3D printing, of course, is an interesting one in terms of applications. Printers can do the job, but whether you can sell it, well, we'll wait to see. And Composite may be leading the field. They want to push the boundaries, so good luck to them. That's it for this week's news from australianprinter.com.au. Remember, go to the website, sign up for the daily newsletter. If you don't receive the daily newsletter, check your spam box, because maybe your filter is directing it into there and you have to click OK. That's it. Wayne Robinson signing off for another week.